Rents in the GTA are at an all-time high, and while landlords can only raise the rent 2.5% this year, that's not the case in newer buildings.
Buildings built after November of 2018 are exempt from rent controls, meaning landlords can raise the rent by any amount they want. Here's Pat Foran and a consumer alert. Pat.
Thanks, Michelle and Nathan. Two sisters live in a Toronto building and were shocked to be told their rent is going up $7,000 a month. They feel the landlord wants them to move out, and under the rules, it's perfectly legal to do it.
Our landlord increased our rent by $7,000 per month.
Sisters Yumna and Khadija Farouk have lived in a midtown Toronto building for the past 3 years. Their rent was $2,500 per month. The landlord raised the rent to $3,500 a month, and when they had concerns and wanted to change their lease, the landlord raised the rent again to $9,500 per month.
We know our building is not rent controlled, so this was always something we were worried about, that if something were to happen, that this could be like an issue. And of course, we can't pay $9,500 per month. There's no way he can really be serious about giving us this notice. Like, we were just very shocked.
The rent increase guideline for this year and next year is 2.5%, but the guideline does not apply to buildings built after November 15th, 2018. Landlords with newer buildings can raise the rent by as much as they want.
This is egregious, horrible, and unfortunately, thanks to the current government, legal.
Tenant advocate Jordy Dent says without rent controls, rents in some buildings are being hiked to astronomical levels.
The simplest solution is to bring back rent control on all units.
At Queen's Park, both the NDP and Liberal parties are calling on the Ontario government to bring back rent controls.
To make rent more affordable and really help renters get by, Ontario needs to bring in strong rent control again. We had strong rent control in the 90s, and it is time to return it.
We do have to have some form of rent control on all rental properties.
The Farouk sisters now have to move out and find another place to stay, and they worry they'll also have to pay more for rent.
The rental market is just so crazy right now, and the prices they've gone up, right? And so everything's just a big question mark.
And when you move into a building, you should always ask how old it is, because if it's been built after November 2018, the landlord has the right to raise the rent by as much as they want. On your side, I'm Pat Foran.
If you have a consumer story idea, email us at alert@ctv.ca.